Hello, we're here once again. We have made it. There's no doubt about it. There's no shadow of a doubt that we are live and in living color right here on twitch.tv/athomewithjames, coming to you by way of the information superhighway, otherwise known to the cool kids on the playground as the internet. It is Wednesday, February 10, 2021, currently 6 minutes past the 9 o'clock hour. And if you are tuning in live and you're engaged with the chat, you will notice that moments ago I said we will start at 9:05 p.m. Now, I can't tell for certain that we started at the tail end of 9:05 that then bled into 9:06. Despite all of that, I'm taking this as a win. But I'm also here to make a formal statement. I give you my word, person to people, host to audience, friend to friend. I'm putting my hand out. I want you to put your hand on your screen. I want you to feel that your hand is touching my hand as I make this pledge from James, aka Handsome Lil Devil, aka Lil Cutie, aka Big J, aka Lil J, aka Jim Jom, aka Hambone, from me to you. I, James Allen McGee, pledge that over the next 2 weeks to officially rectify the start time of At Home with James. As mentioned, the show starts late because of me. Now, I also blame them on technical difficulties, but you know what? I'm going to shoulder the blame for that too. Maybe if I got everyone together earlier, the technical difficulties could what? Be cleared up earlier. Now, I anticipate the audience to show up late. Once again, I take full blame for that. So there's only one person who's got the tools to clean this job up, and that's me. You might as well add Mr. Clean to my list of ever-growing nicknames. I pledge to rectify the ongoing and infamous tardiness that is the start time of this show. But let's also take a second to acknowledge that 2 episodes ago, we began at 9:10 p.m. I'm already 6 minutes better than I was then. So with that metric in mind, things will increasingly get better and better before the 2-week period is up. Now, my official statement is over. Let's get into the affairs of tonight. Tonight is Wednesday, but of course, if you were tuned into the Instagram account for the show at Home with James Show, you will have noticed that tonight is called Winter Blues Wednesday. Now, between you and me, this is something that I don't get. Now, when I say I don't get it, I mean that it is not something that I am afflicted with. When the sun goes down early and the snow begins to fall, the days become shorter, the nights become longer, the curfews intensify, the wind chill increases. It's not anything that drags me down into the deep, dark depths of despair and depression. I reserve those moments for the summertime. I get what I like to call the summer sadness or summer sorrow, which is only months away. So this is all to say that if you are someone that deals with the winter blues, your old pal Jimsy Whimsy can relate to you. I understand what's going on. But to compound that, not only is the winter blues grasping at the pant legs that are surrounding your legs, COVID-19 still running amok over you, me, and everyone's Grammy and Grampy. But in addition to that, Valentine's Day is only a couple days away. A triple whammy of sorrow for people that feel affected by all 3 of those things. You look outside, oh God, it's snowing again and it's dark. You go to your kitchen, you have a little snack, maybe you open up your fridge, you eat a loose Kraft single, Go back to your window and you think, well, maybe I'll go get some real cheese. Oh, but I can't. The curfew is underway. I can't go get real cheese. You go back to your fridge. You go get another Kraft single. This one's a little stale, a little crunchy even. Then you sit on your couch and you think, well, at least Valentine's Day's coming up. But then you remember that nobody loves you. You start thinking to yourself, you just want to know what love is. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. That you're singing that to yourself on your couch late at night, surrounded by Kraft cheese singles wrappers, COVID droplets all around you and everyone you know and love. And then what do? You go into bed because that's comfortable and that's safe. I want you to imagine right now that you're in bed, not alone. You're in bed with me, but not only me, a variety of guests that are here tonight to get you through the wave of sorrow. On tonight's show, coming to us all the way from Sweden, Joddaugh is back. Now, I've had some difficulty in pronouncing this person's name, so for the entirety of the day, I've been practicing Joddaugh. Joddaugh. I know that it's spelled Joddargh, I think. More on that later. In addition to that, my old pal Gabe Rondos is going to be here. He's going to talk to us about the winter blues. In addition to that, the one and only, the nasty man himself, Andy Assaf. That's right. His 2 weeks are up. He gets the A and the F back on his last name after he lost it to Anthony Assaf, his unofficial official cousin. Andy's going to be here too. With that being said, I shift my focus. I say hello to the people that are watching on Twitch. I look at you in the chat room. Everyone, gosh, just so nice. Andy, are you out there?
Hi, James. I'm here.
Andy, how's your day going?
Is this you introing me onto the show?
Yeah, come on down. Come on
Hey, I'm
down,
here.
Andy.
Sorry, I was just busy
Don't worry,
in
don't
the
worry. I
control
sprung it
room.
on you. I sprung it on you.
Yeah, no, I like it. You kept me on my feet. I was actually about to go to another control room, but then I was like, oh crap, no, I'm on. I can't go to Google Images to properly portray the actual control room I'm in. So I'm
Yeah,
back in the Chernobyl, nuclear reactor.
yeah.
They got great PCs here to run the show off of. How are you, James?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Andy, are you a winter blues kind of guy? Does it suck you down?
I feel like I'm a blues kind of guy, always kind of blue every season, but winter
Mm.
definitely exacerbate makes it worse.
You're getting close. Yeah, you're getting close.
It makes it worse for sure in the winter time. I'm trying to quit smoking, as you know, so
Hmm.
that's been giving me a lot of mood swings.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to keep happy. James, do you want to know one thing that keeps me cheerful?
Sure. Not only do I think will it be helpful for me, but everyone watching at
Yeah,
large. Tell
yeah.
me, Andy.
So I have this here. I can actually bring it up on screen. I have this Twitter
Hmm.
account I follow, and it's just called. It's up on screen if you could see it. It's called
Sure.
"Ladies and Gentlemen, the Weekend."
Hmm.
And it basically posts the same video of Daniel Craig reminds you that the weekend is here every Friday evening. Now we're in the middle of the week, but sometimes I like to just put it on in the middle of the week, and of course it's just this.
The weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
So yeah, that kind of just like keeps me cheerful.
That keeps you cheerful.
Yeah, you open you open your Twitter and you go, yeah, that's a fun video.
I feel like I wasn't sad when the show started, and now I am sad, knowing that that's what you do to cheer yourself up. But hey, different strokes for different folks. Now, Andy, you are not an official guest on tonight's show. This was not planned, but I
Oh,
received a production note from you saying that you'd like to share something. So, Andy, what's on your mind
yeah,
tonight?
really exciting news, everybody in the chat, at home with James Nation. So I was watching these videos that they post every Friday on this Daniel Craig Twitter, and it came to me, James, why do you never have a musical guest?
Why don't I ever have a? Well, I've had a
You
variety.
sure?
So,
Okay, fair.
yeah, Dimitri Kirez has done
Sure,
music.
that guy's
Adina Katz has done
overrated.
music.
She's great, but let's say a regular musical guest. SNL every week will have a regular musical
Hmm.
guest. Leno, Conan, Craig Ferguson. They'll always end the show with a musical guest. So I'm just wondering.
I like that 2 out of those 3 hosts are no longer hosting their respective late night show.
Yeah, but they had great runs, James. They had great runs.
Okay, so a musical, like like a house band, you mean?
That hey, that could be a start, James. So I just think this is the production note. Is I've went ahead and I booked someone for later on the show. I'm not going to tell you who it is.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to add some musicality in some form to this late
Yep.
night talk show.
Okay, well, we've had some pretty good bangers for musical guests. So most recently, Chet Rankin.
It's going to be nothing compared to like this is like the Strokes level.
Okay,
this is like,
well,
ladies and gentlemen, The Weekend. You know what I mean?
okay, so we also had over the holidays Tommy Powell, who absolutely tore the house down with his version of Silent Night.
That does sound quite beautiful, but James, this is
Okay.
like a top 40s level artist.
A top 40 level. Okay, so who is it? Let me write this down.
I can't tell you who it is just yet. You're
What's
gonna
a
have
secret?
to
It's a
see.
surprise.
I had to pull some strings with my my high level media contacts here in Toronto. This is why I moved out here. And I made some contacts. I hung out with Broken Social Scene, and I met all of their extended friends.
Yeah.
And now I know the movers and shakers in the Canadian music business.
Okay, so you're saying that we are going to have a high-level Canadian artist as tonight's musical guest?
He's definitely Canadian. I can confirm that.
Okay, so you also it's a he. So he's a solo artist, or are we talking about Bryan Adams?
He could be the next Bryan Adams, some say that. Fun story. No, that's a stupid story. I'm not going to tell it.
Well, I'm certainly not going to prompt you to tell what you call the stupid story. Okay, so Andy, how about we check in just a little bit to, I guess, keep revving up this engine for this musical
great,
guest.
James. I'm really excited for this musical guest, and I hope Chad is too. But I'll be back on the ones and twos.
All right, well, I'm excited as well.
Okay, yeah.
All right, thanks, Andy. That's Andy Assaf. Apparently, he has gone ahead and booked his own musical guest for tonight, which I guess will function as some type of house band, similarly to what Kevin Eubanks was to Jay Leno, or maybe what Paul Schaefer was to David Letterman, or what Max Weinberg was to Conan O'Brien. Apparently, that's happening tonight, unbeknownst to me. Let's get on with tonight's festivities. Our first official guest is a true friend of the show. I would like to say that this young man is what I would call, perhaps, for lack of a better term, the fruit of my loins. A man who is suckled at the teat of my comedic teaching. Let us welcome a true looker in the world of Montreal. He is Gabe Rondos. Gabe, how's it going, buddy?
James, how are you? It's so good to see you. It's so good to be referred to as your fruit. So I'm thrilled to be here and very, very excited to talk to you today.
Well, I'm very excited as well. How has the New Year's been for you so far? 2020, well underway.
Well, thanks for asking, James. It hasn't been easy. If I'm honest, I did catch a bout of the winter blues.
Okay, so you've been officially diagnosed with the winter blues. Now, when you say you caught a bout, are you over it or are you in the midst of it?
I think the winter blues, once you get it, it's there, but it's how you cope with it.
Okay.
And if you cope with it well enough, you don't even know if it's there anymore, So
okay.
I can't really say.
Okay, so it sounds like you're coping with it. Is there anything that you can share with us that other people who might be suffering from the winter blues would possibly be able to use to their advantage?
Yes. And so for me, there's only really been one thing that's helped me out. And I hope that by sharing it and being open and talking about it, that maybe that'll connect with someone. And you know what they say, if, it just takes one.
Yeah.
They say if it just takes one.
Well, it's very brave of you to come on the show and speak your piece.
Your words, not mine. But if you want to use the B word, then I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I would use the B word. Absolutely, I
Okay.
would.
So yeah, for me, James, it's really teppanyaki that's been helping me get through the winter blues.
Teppanyaki?
Yeah, known in some countries as hibachi. You know, it's a post-World War II style of Japanese cuisine
Oh, okay.
that uses an iron griddle to cook food.
Okay, so now I understand. You have found some escape by doing some cooking at home on a home hibachi.
Yeah, yes, hibachi technically is a fireball. I do
Okay.
teppanyaki, which
Okay.
is a metal plate, but tomato.
Okay, no, I'm happy to refer to it as its a given name. So you've been cooking on a teppen. What was that now?
It's teppanyaki, and actually, it's actually perfect because if people are interested, I don't mind breaking down what teppanyaki really means. So teppan, it's a metal plate, and
Mm.
then yaki, it means grilled, broiled, or pan fried in Japan.
Hmm.
So that's what teppanyaki is, and that's what's been keeping away those winter blues.
Okay, so it sounds like you've been. What, are you having a drink there?
Yeah, it's a teppan ale.
Okay, so you're having yourself a beer, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah. Just within the teppanyaki community, we call them teppan ales. It's an inside.
Okay, well, can I ask how many Teppan ales you've had tonight?
That's my first one.
That's your first one. Okay, so it sounds like it's going to be maybe a one Teppan ale night kind of night.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a light evening.
Hmm.
I'm really, really sore. I've been going hard on the grill,
Yeah.
so I'm taking it easy tonight.
Now, when you say you've been going hard on the grill, how often are you cooking on this thing?
Recently it's been 5 to 7 nights a week. Every time I start to feel down, every time I'm frustrated, anxious, depressed, stressed, fire up that propane tank.
Yeah.
I get my griddle real hot, and I start to cook.
Okay. Well, what are you cooking on this bad boy?
Well, I use the typical Western style teppanyaki ingredients.
Hmm.
I'm sure you're guessing beef, shrimp, scallops, lobster, chicken, and also assorted vegetables.
Okay.
Yeah, and in order to oil my grill, I use soybean oil, obviously.
Okay. Okay. So this is good for people looking to combat the winter blues, but also informative for people looking to take the next step with some home cooking.
Yeah, exactly. But really it's not. It's about feeding the mind more than it is feeding the
Yeah.
body, right? For
Yeah.
me, yes, am I eating delicious food made off this hot, griddle?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's nourishing my brain, and I think that's what really counts.
Okay, well, Gabe, if you don't mind my asking, can I ask what's kind of been bringing you down into the pit of sadness these days?
Yeah, so I recently um, I recently lost my mentor in the teppanyaki community.
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Jason.
Jason. So your mentor in the teppanyaki community was a fellow named Jason. Well, I'm sorry, I don't mean. I'm sure this is opening up some old wounds.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So if you're just tuning in, this is Gabe Rondos. He's helping us get through whatever winter blues you might be going through. His suggestion is cooking on a teppanyaki. Okay, so
It's what Jason. It's just what Jason would want.
yeah. So where did you meet Jason?
On Reddit.
Okay, so I guess you're part of a community for people that like to cook, and because of course you do like to cook. For people who follow you on Instagram, your food looks delicious. I guess you're part of an online community with other enthusiasts.
Yeah, we actually call ourselves Tep enthusiasts.
Okay,
Jason was the biggest one.
sure. Okay, so how long did you know Jason before we got to the point that
Hard,
we're at?
hard to say.
It's hard to say how long
Yeah,
you knew him.
2, 3 months. But things evolved really, really fast on Reddit.
Yeah.
Like
Now,
so
did
quickly.
you, if I'm under, did you only communicate with him over Reddit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I was under the impression that maybe like you would perhaps go to his home or he'd go to your home. He'd give you tips, or maybe you would do some type of FaceTime kind of cooking tips or things like that. So you only,
Jason just always told me he was busy and he couldn't. I just stopped bugging him about it. But like we really when it came to talking tep, as we say in the community, he we just clicked, and he taught me so much about how hot the pan should be,
Mhm.
and how much to flip my spatula.
Oh, well, can I ask, if it's not too sensitive of a subject, what happened to Jason?
No one really knows, um, but there's a rumor.
There's a rumor that he's gone.
No, there's a rumor about how he died.
Okay, but how do you know he died?
Stop. He stopped posting on Reddit, and he'd been posting every day,
So
and
the
then just
only
stopped.
thing that has led people to thinking that Jason is no longer with us is that he stopped posting on Reddit?
Well, what else could have happened, James? What else could have happened? Why would he stop?
Well, maybe he, I don't know, changed a username. He decided he wanted to take a break from Reddit. He doesn't have the internet anymore. He's off the Teppanyaki. It could be why have you settled on death as the only possible
I mean,
result?
to be honest, I hadn't thought of those other things.
He might
I
just be taking a Reddit break, Gabe. It's not
Wait, you
necessarily.
think you think Jason just stopped going on Reddit?
Well, it's possible that he took a break, or maybe is it possible that he blocked you? You did mention you were messaging him a lot.
Yeah, no, but it was to ask Teppanyaki and other personal questions,
What do you mean, other personal questions?
like, what color is your hair? How long is it? Do you have a strong build or a bony build? What's your favorite teppanyaki ingredient? Just, kind of stuff that people ask on Reddit, and
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get to
Well,
know
but
each other.
you see the irregularity with these questions? You started and you finished with teppanyaki questions, but then in the middle, you sprinkled in questions about his body.
Well, James, you have to understand, it's just teppanyaki. It's a physical thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movement, right? So I'm just trying to understand how he is as a chef. James, what are you insinuating?
I'm insinuating that it's possible that he's not dead and he just stopped talking to you because he found your questions a little personal. Your words and not mine.
I don't. I no, no.
Well, wouldn't you rather it be that than he's dead?
Actually, if I'd rather he was dead, yeah.
Wait, you would
Because
rather that this guy Jason be.
because
Yeah,
saying, James, is that if he's not dead, he's not on Reddit because he doesn't like me.
right.
Well, I would rather he's dead liking me.
Wait, so you would rather that this guy pass away and like you than be alive and block you on Reddit?
When you put it that way, yes.
Yeah, you see, you're basically saying you wish this guy would drop dead over blocking you but staying alive.
Yeah, I wish, uh, I just wish Jason underscore Teppen Freak would write me back. And
Yeah. Okay, so maybe he's dead. Maybe he's dead.
I mean, it is rumored.
Yeah, it is rumored. Yeah. Out of curiosity, what's your Reddit user handle?
Okay.
Of course, if people who are interested might want to find you on Reddit.
James, if you don't mind, I just want to address the audience for a second.
Sure, please. The floor is yours.
To anyone out there suffering from the winter blues, if you love teppanyaki and you need to talk, please reach out at glitter_griller.
That's you. You're the glitter griller.
I am the glitter griller. Yeah.
How did you, now we've got a couple minutes left. How do we settle on that username, Gabe?
Well, first of all, teppanyaki is all about grilling.
Sure.
And, every teppanyakist has its own style, has their own style. And I've got a lot of flair. I put a lot of shine on my moves.
Oh, okay. I understand.
So that's how, it's pretty organic.
Yeah.
And, I feel like if people ever saw me do teppanyaki, they'd get it.
All right. Okay. So now we know that we can find you on Reddit as the glitter griller.
To everyone out there, glitter_griller.
Yeah.
Glitter griller is taken by someone else, and I can't fucking stand Steve.
Okay, so you know who the original glitter griller is. Steve.
I don't want to get in.
Yeah, maybe that's better suited for next Winter Blues Wednesday in winter 2022.
I'm just upset today because of Jason's passing, and I think talking about Steve would really set me off.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to set you off tonight into a place of irrationality.
No, and I'm zen right now. I just teppanyaked, and I'm finally able to relax.
Well, we'll be able to send you off on what I think is a good note. Gabe, coming in from the chat right now, this one goes to you, glitter_griller. From High Score Run, quote, Gabe has a body built for teppanyaki. Pretty nice.
Thank you. If you send me a message on Reddit, I can actually send you my teppanyaki bod 7-day routine. And you could have this body too, this frame. It's more of a tool. It's more of a cooking tool.
I couldn't put it better myself. Well, Gabe, look, two things. One, I want to wish you the best in overcoming the winter blues that have got a grip on you, but also I want to wish you good luck with your glitter grilling.
Thanks, James. As always, it's a pleasure, and thank you for allowing me to use this platform to spread awareness about mental health and teppanyaki.
And I appreciate, we're always here for you, Gabe.
Rest in peace, Jason.
Jason, rest in peace. Gabe, thanks again, and we'll talk soon, okay?
Thank you.
That's Gabe Rondos. I got to tell you something. I'm worried about this guy. Before the show started, he wasn't really saying much in the queue, and I just thought he was, mentally preparing. Sometimes people come on, they get nervous. This guy wishes that this guy Jason was dead over blocking him on Reddit. All I got to say is if you're going to go talk to glitter_griller, don't ghost this guy. Do not ghost this guy. Folks, if you're just tuning in earlier on in the night, our tech director for this evening, Andy Assaf, mentioned that we're going to have a special musical guest. I want to check in with Andy to see if we've got an update on the whereabouts of this musical guest. I'm in our queue. There's no one here. Andy, can I check in with you?
Yeah, James. They're just getting ready. Here they come.
Okay.
All right, we're back from break.
Okay, so yeah, I guess Andy, color me confused.
Oh, hey James, how's it going?
Well, Andy, how about you?
So good. Yeah.
Wait, so are you the musical guest?
Yeah, I'm the musical guest, James.
So you changed your clothes. You're wearing a
No,
blazer and some sunglasses.
I was wearing this before.
All right. So it looks like you've got yourself a guitar.
Yeah, I'm good, James.
All right.
Yeah,
You've also got a pair of sunglasses tucked into the collar of your shirt, but you're wearing a second pair.
Yeah, you know, that's just how how we do it in the biz. James, I did you one better, man. I put the band together for you. This is the new At Home with James house band, baby.
Oh, so this is the house band for the show. Okay.
Yeah, we play you in from break. We play you out of break. We'll end the show for you if you want. We'll play you in from the beginning of the show. Whatever you need, James, we're here for you. And then of course I'm the band leader. You know, Conan had Max Weinberg. Leno had Kevin Eubanks. And now James McGee has Andy Assaf, baby. So I'm just here to, you can check in with me. I just check and say, yeah, man, I'm good.
Okay, so this was all a bit of a ruse to become the show's official house band.
Well, ruse is a mean word, James. I'm just
I'm
here to play music for you, James. I'm here to laugh at your jokes, like overly so, that like to really sell them.
Oh, I don't know if I like that.
I'm here to participate in maybe like little sketches you might have.
I don't do any sketches on the show.
Sometimes do, yeah. But if you ever have like idea for like a man in the street thing, I guess Kevin Eubanks never did man in the street, but like Max Weinberg sometimes did bits with Conan and
but I want to backtrack. You came on screen, sound like you were strumming on an unplugged guitar.
No, it's plugged, baby. Can you hear it?
Okay, yeah, it seems plugged in now.
And we're back from break.
You want to give us anything on the guitar?
You want me to play something?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's been a little the guitar up to this point has been a little scattered.
I mean, I guess I could. I didn't really practice anything. Like we just know the theme song.
Oh, that's the only song you know is the theme song to the show?
I got the whole fucking band together. James, it's hard to learn a song just like on. I guess I could solo. Guys, are you okay if I? Yeah, take a break. Take 5. I could just do like a solo song, sure.
Oh, yeah, well, how about this? How about when we throw to the next segment, you can play yourself out. How's that sound?
You want me to just play like no backtrack, no backup band, just
Well, yeah, I'm dying to hear some of your stuff.
Okay, yeah, I've been writing like maybe like a new theme you could use.
Okay, so you're going to play yourself out to a possible new theme song to the show.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so how about
like
this?
Like a 30-second sting kind of thing?
Yeah, let's do a sting. How about I promote Friday's show, then I throw to you so like it's a commercial break. How's that sound?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, coming up this Friday on the show, it is Dave Kaufman, and I'll tell you this much. We're doing what we can to bring back Kathy and George Kirez right here, twitch.tv/@homewithjames. And in addition to that, Dimitri Kirez is going to be here too. That happens on Friday, 9 p.m. Come back and join us. Until then, let's send it over to Andy and the band.
At home with James, he's at home and he's with James. Yeah, at home with James, he's at home and he's talking to Twitch. At home with James, give him bits and subscriptions. At home with James, yeah, at home with James.
Well, thanks, Andy. We're going to transition over to our next guest. And can I just say, that was more... What word do I want to use to describe this? It was a lot catchier than I thought it would be. That at home with James, at home with James, something, at home with James. The lyrics outside of that part weren't really for me, but that at home with James, at home with that, I didn't mind. A lot of singing on tonight's show. Things are about to take a bit of an energy turn, so to speak. Our next guest is coming to us from Sweden, where it is about 5 or 6 hours ahead. So in some ways, our upcoming guest is coming to us from the future. Let us welcome the enigmatic, I'm going to try that again, the enigmatic Yoda. It's nice to see you again.
Hello.
How are you on this lovely Wednesday evening for us, Thursday morning on your end of things?
Certainly, it's fine here. It's fine.
Oh, it's fine.
Yes.
What's the weather like, Yoda?
There's a bit of snow, ice, water, dried.
Okay, well, it must be difficult to drive around in or walk around on, I'm sure.
Car, though I don't believe that I need one. So I live right in Stockholm, so I have access to everything I need, just walking distance. But I do have skates, ice skates, and roller skates for indoor.
Oh, well, that's fun. I didn't know you were a bit of a roller skater. That sounds fun.
Well, you wouldn't have known that about me, James.
You're right. I guess yeah, you're right. Why would I have known that? That is true.
You wouldn't have known it because we haven't talked about it because you haven't returned any of my calls. But
Oh, okay. So I've been getting phone calls from an unusual number, and I've been, I'm going to have to plead ignorance here. I thought it was maybe one of those scam calls that was claiming to be the CRA or something. Did you call 2 days ago?
look, I don't want to play games.
I'm not trying to play games.
I want to be honest with you. I told you I called. You asked me again, do I call? Yes, I did call. I called.
No, I'm not trying to play games. I wasn't asking you the question twice. I guess I was looking for clarification. The number I was confused by was not a scam number, but it was in fact your number. The reason I'm looking for this clarification is for future phone calls, I will then know, and we won't get into this, mess, so to speak. Does that sound reasonable?
That's good. Yes.
That's good. Okay. Well, I'm glad.
Yes, I am. Sorry if I got a bit sharp. Sometimes
No, it wasn't sharp at all. I think that sometimes miscommunications can lead to just that, miscommunications.
It's true. And I'm trying with my therapist to talk things through and to get to the point where I feel comfortable being honest but it not being too sharp. And she sometimes thinks that when I talk to people, especially North Americans who are so soft, externally, internally soft and pushy and self-conscious, that when I say things directly, they can tend to be hurt. And so I just wanted you to know that it's not my intent to stab you.
Well, I am glad to know that your intent is to not stab me. And if it means anything, I have never felt that anything you have said has been pointed, harsh, or sharp. How about that?
You'd never felt that way.
No, I've never felt pricked or prodded.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
And as am I. And there was last time that you popped on the show, there was something that I intended to mention, but I was remiss in mentioning. I forgot, and I'm glad that you're back tonight. There's a story that I wanted to share with you.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it. Please tell me.
Did you know, and of course you wouldn't know, I have visited Sweden before.
You haven't? When?
I have. Yeah, I have.
Recently?
Well, it was about 10 years ago. 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yes.
I was just a child. Tell me, why? Why were you here?
How old are you?
You never ask a lady.
Well, when they say that I was just a child, 10 years ago I was younger, but I wasn't.
Depends on your definition of a child.
I think. Okay, well, what would you say your definition of a child is?
The person who is impressionable, young, sensitive.
So that could be someone at age 20, 21, 22.
It's endless, really. It's different here. You don't realize that we have a different way of looking at things. Childhood, coziness. We have a different word for coziness. We have a word for the flavor of blood, which you remember.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'll move on from that and answer your original question. Yes, I visited in 2010, so it was actually 11 years ago.
Okay.
when I was, this would bring me to, I was about 23 years old.
I wonder what you were like back then. Were you
Oh,
did you still dress like this?
I think that I dressed similarly to this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe my clothes were just a pinch baggier.
Baggier, because you got fatter since then.
No, I think that I've been more interested in form-fitting clothes as I've gotten older. You know, perhaps in my younger years, it was a bit of a fashion statement, where now it's mostly about, oh, this fits. I'm not looking to have it be any baggier or any tighter. This fits just fine.
It does. Well, you know, I can't really tell anything about your body. As far as I can tell, you're part of that couch. From the way that the camera works, I can't tell what is what. So to me, you look almost like your shoulders don't stop. They come back into the couch arms, and then
Wait, you're telling me that you think that like these are my shoulders over here?
it could be thought that. I'm not saying that I think this, but I think it could be thought that by looking at it.
Okay, well, how about this? How about I correct my posture a little bit so you can have a better look of things?
That's
How's that?
already good. Yes.
Yes.
15% better. Yes.
Yeah, what is that, 14 or 15% better?
Yes, but can I ask you, this shirt you're wearing, is it the millennial, I can't even say that word, millennial pink?
Millennial pink. I'm not sure that it would be, listed as millennial pink. I would say that I would just call this maybe, pink. I would call it pink.
It is pink. Okay.
Yes.
Also, I think it looks white.
Yeah, I would say that that's probably my lighting.
Right. So yeah. I'm sorry to get on that track. I know it's not important.
No, it's fine. It doesn't feel sharp and it doesn't feel pointed.
Okay, good.
Yeah, well, look, it'd be rude of me. I would, how about we talk about this nice sweater that you're wearing? It looks awfully warm.
Thank you. It's incredibly warm.
Yeah.
Yes. It's real.
What do you mean real?
Well, it's not fake. It's not polyester, something like this.
I understand. Yes.
It was made by my grandmother for me when I was a little child.
Sure.
And it was like real buttons made of, I don't know.
Well, then it sounds like both of us are very comfortable in our clothing tonight. And speaking of clothing, you, of course, have a line of products. And when I say products, I mean homemade women's underwear that you can wear both frontwards and backwards at any given moment. How has business been for you?
It's been booming.
Great.
I left my sewing machine since we spoke. Actually, since I had that second visit with you, because the first one you deleted.
Yeah, well, that was an accident. I wasn't under the impression we were going to talk about that tonight, but that was an error.
It's okay. I didn't want to bring it up either. But
you did.
I did. I have a weak will.
A weak will?
I do.
And it causes you to bring up things that you were hoping to not bring up, if I'm understanding correctly.
Well, like when you're laying in bed and you make promises to yourself, I won't do this, I won't do this, I won't. And then you just do it. It means you have a weak will. This is what I'm confessing that I have.
Okay, well, I don't know if that falls under the umbrella of winter blues, so to speak. I suppose that we might be apt to dwell on things such as having a weak will during sadder seasons. Do you feel that it is exacerbated during the winter months? It's quite a thinker.
I don't. Did you not want me to think about the question?
Oh, no. I was just confirming that it requires thought.
Yes.
Yeah. It feels like sometimes there's maybe some miscommunication with your, Swedish ways, and as you mentioned, my soft North American ways.
So soft. Yes.
Yes, so soft.
Speaking of which, I have my items that I want to show you.
Great. So you have some new products. That's wonderful.
Yes. I also realized that I didn't answer the question. I think it's because I didn't really feel like answering it.
Oh, that's
moving on.
Perfectly fine on a talk show where questions are exchanged and sometimes answers too.
For the most part, I think I'm answering the questions. So anyway,
you're correct.
So this is what I'm making now. It's made of fur. It's the fur of a wolf. This is
Wait, are these okay? I was going to ask, are these wolf fur underwear?
no, but I tried.
Oh,
It's not stretchy enough, and it's quite hot.
oh God. Okay.
You can believe it. I mean, I
Oh,
usually
I can believe it.
have it, which is like already hot enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is fur. This is, but it keeps you warm. Sometimes too warm. You have to throw it off.
Okay, so it's kind of like a scarf, something to keep your neck and chin warm in the winter seasons.
Not chin, no, not
Okay,
chin.
my apologies.
Okay, let me show you again because
Yeah, please. Yeah, I was clearly confused.
this lower half of the V is really the warmest place. Back of the neck for me, very warm, but because I also have long hair, so it makes a bit of heat friction at the back.
Of course, yeah, it looks very, very resourceful.
You know what does that mean to you? Well, what do you mean
resourceful? Like to make the best use out of an item that you've got.
Right. Yes, but these have existed for hundreds of years, right?
Oh well.
I didn't invent it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like saying a hockey stick is resourceful. No,
I think it is.
It's been around.
In any event, let's not get into the semantics of things. What else do you have to show off?
Okay. Well, we have this thing, the face shield.
Yes, of course.
Okay. So this is something that it's a new product idea. I'm a little bit nervous to share it because I don't know how it will be taken.
Look, use this as market research.
Okay, but I don't know. Well, just don't laugh. Don't judge me. But...
I will not do either.
Okay, so I have to present both things and then I put them together. So first you see this face shield, and then this is another one of these neck pieces, right?
Sure.
Goes around the neck.
Now, what animal is this?
This is a mink.
Okay.
This is like a small rodent that really didn't need to live at all.
Okay.
They're disgusting, but this, I mean, obviously a wolf is like something different. It's quite a regal creature. Have you seen one? Have you seen one?
Live? No, I can't say that I have ever seen a wolf or a mink live.
Yes, well, a wolf I've seen one once. It was walking down a frozen river.
Oh.
With a broken leg.
Oh.
But I didn't approach it because probably it was sick and wanted to eat.
Yeah, I think it's probably for the best. Safety first.
Okay. So anyway, you take the face shield and you put the minks on it.
Oh.
No. This.
You know what?
I
think that this is great. I think that it's taking a very clinical item like the face shield, because when we think COVID precautionary items, you get the mask, the shields, to a lesser extent, the glasses. There's something inhumane about them. And what you've done is make it a little bit more, not only fashionable, but a lot easier on the eyes, if I may say so myself.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you and kind of you. But, I'm embarrassed because not only did I do it, but I laughed at myself, which is horrible to do.
No, if it means anything, I think you have a great laugh.
You do?
Yes.
You think I have a nice laugh?
Well, yeah, great laugh.
A great laugh?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to hear it again?
Well, if you want to try to replicate it, sure.
Okay, well, how shall we do it? Maybe you make a laugh joke.
Okay, well,
I'm ready. I'm really close to it.
You just want me to make a joke.
Yes, but I'm almost going to laugh. You see?
Yeah, I can feel it. Yeah, it's kind of simmering. I have to tell you, I'm a little nervous to be on the spot here.
Yes, me too. Because if it doesn't happen, then it's going.
Well, how about this? How about if I, as opposed to correct my posture, I make it worse and look like I'm like a talking couch. Hello. There you go. Great. That's it. Yeah, it was even greater than the first laugh.
It worked. Yes, but mostly I love the idea of a talking couch.
Sure.
I wouldn't mind it if you had a talking couch on your show and you had me to talk to them or me to visit them, or if you had one at your house, I could visit them and so many of them.
Oh, so you would like to either talk to a talking couch on the show or perhaps visit the talking couch in my home.
Is that an offer?
I suppose that it might be.
You know what? I've never said your name before.
Wait, what you?
I'd like
yeah. Now I'm laughing.
James.
Yeah. Good, close enough.
James.
Yeah. That's the way that I pronounce it.
Well, you know, my name also starts with a Y, and so that's something we have in common.
Yes, yours starts with a Y, and mine starts with a Y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah. Look at that.
I've been reading a lot since the pandemic. I started reading my journals from when I was a little girl.
Okay, so you've been reading your journals. Has that been therapeutic for you during the perhaps the dark times?
Honestly, it's a bit embarrassing.
Okay.
All the journals are about crushes on boys, and it's embarrassing because I don't even know what any of those people are anymore. They're probably
Yeah, of course. Well, do you keep a journal currently?
You want to read it?
Oh, so you do keep a journal. And I just want to say, I'm not asking to read it. That if it felt that I was coming forward asking, can I read your journal? I can assure you, I would never want to breach that type of privacy.
No, of course not. And then that kind of defeats the purpose, right? Because
yes,
the purpose of a journal is to keep it to yourself.
Yeah. So you do still have a journal. That sounds very nice to write and exercise your thoughts and get them on paper. That sounds lovely.
I put a thought every day. One thought, maybe two thoughts.
Okay. Well, can I ask, was today's thought a positive thought?
Well, I haven't written it yet. The night's not done.
Okay, so there's
like
still
right
time.
before I go to bed, I read for a bit, a creative book, maybe sometimes a novel, and then I go to sleep, and I close my eyes and then think about it. And I think, what was the thing of the day? And sometimes it'll be just a message, you know. Sometimes it will be an image, a face, a person, a moment. And then I write it down so fast, and then I forget about it and I close it.
Yeah.
I leave it for years and years, and then I go back to it.
Sure.
You want to say something? You look like you're like, oh, you want to say something?
Oh yeah, I was going to say that I hope that tonight's journal entry is an
About you. You want it to be about you?
No, I wasn't implying that. I'm just simply hoping that I hope that it's a positive entry, so when you look back on it in years from now, you can look back on it with fondness.
That's nice.
Well, thank you. I thought so too.
That's because you're a soft guy.
Yeah, I'm a soft guy. Yeah.
That's nice.
Well, okay. That's very nice of you to say.
You're welcome, James.
Well, I appreciate this conversation, Joddaugh, and if you ever call again, I now know what your number is. I now know. I'm smarter after this conversation, and frankly, I'm better off for
it's
it.
Okay. You don't have to. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. I'm simply saying now I know, and I know better. I know better.
You know better.
Yes.
And, I know enough not to call you because I don't want to look like I care too much.
I don't feel that way. So I would say that any time that you feel the desire to make a phone call, I don't want you to have any barriers or blocks in your way. How about that?
That's nice.
Okay, so we agree.
Yo.
Okay, well, I want to wish you a good night and a good morning. I hope the next time we speak, it's as free-flowing and positive as it was tonight. I think we're really starting to understand each other, if I may say so myself.
I like it. Sure.
So do I.
Good, thanks. And if you do get any people wanting this face shield with the fur, just let me know. You can send them to my website.
Yes, and your website, of course, is
Joddaugh.com.
So I hope that people find you online and your sales continue to boom through these difficult and uncertain times that most of us are living. Thank you so much for being here, and take care, okay?
Thank you.
What an interesting conversation. Yoda never ceases to stop my wheels from spinning. Now, we just talked about those products that are on sale. I want to say something on behalf of a friend of mine. Now, this is not one of James's funny shticks or his routines. A friend of mine is sick and tired of working from home. And this person has asked me, James, if you know anyone who's got a communal workspace where there's an area for rent, I'm willing to pay top dollar so I can get out of my house and work in a workspace. This is what I want you to do. I want you to message your old pal, Lil Cutie, and say, James, I know just the place. I will connect you with my friend, and hopefully I can do something to help the people that are closest and kindest to me. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to need the help because that person paid me $35 for this commercial. So now you know that I can afford my hydro bill in the month of March. Before we call it an evening, let's get back to our old buddy, Andy Assaf, who I guess is apparently now the default house band right here on Twitch. Andy, are you out there?
All right, we're back from break.
Yeah, we're back from break. It looks like you've got 2 pairs of sunglasses tucked into your shirt, and now you're wearing maybe some type of Elton John or Sergeant Pepper sunglasses.
Yeah, you know, it's you got a great stylist team on this show, James.
You look like you're wearing an Austin Powers Halloween costume, but not an official one that was thrown to. It looks like you took Halloween pieces from different costumes and turned them into a makeshift Powers.
Yeah, well, I can't wait for the Halloween episode where I have a kooky costume too. You know what I mean, James?
Yeah, I also. Well, I can't wait.
Behave. You know what I mean?
So, of course, yeah. And yeah. Andy, it sounds like you're looking to do, if I understand correctly now, you want to play the outro song on the guitar.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what you had in the budget for. That's why I got the whole band together. So this
Wait, I had a budget?
Yeah. If you look at the Discord that we organized the show in, Carla approved a budget, and then I went to.
Wait, Carla approved a budget? I'm looking at this now.
Yeah. And we had a generous amount allocated to the musical stylings. It just said, and I interpreted it as like a go ahead for my idea that I pitched to hire the band. So we're all, these guys are all paid. Through to the end of the year. So we got this band together, and we're just the house band. We're the Andy Assaf Experience.
So the band has a name now. Now you're the Andy Assaf.
It's like Conan O'Brien's. It's the Max Weinberg band, right?
It's Max Weinberg and the Max Weinberg 7.
So this is Andy Assaf and the
Andy Assaf Experience?
5. I think there's 5 in the band.
Okay, so not the Andy Assaf Experience.
I think that's just a fan. 3, 4, and then I think Leroy's off. Oh no, Leroy's right there. He's on the drums.
Okay, so there's one flaw with what you want to do with the intro and outro song is there's no guitar in the song. It's entirely through organ and keyboard.
Well, I like to think that I'm, that's where I come in as the band leader. It's my job to kind of like come in and add in some flair to the music. I mean, your song's getting kind of old. You're almost at a year now, James, right? 200 something episodes.
Yeah, so this would be episode 203, although this is the 3rd theme song that we've had. So this one dates back to about September.
I just think, the fans at home are getting stale with the same theme song you've had since the beginning.
Okay, well, not since the beginning, but regardless, I understand your position on that. So if I am understanding fully, you're going to play us out tonight.
I mean, if you'd allow it, like
I don't think I have a choice.
So like if you like kind of what we did tonight and like how the show outros, you'll have us back. You'll be cool.
Did I like it? Well, that's a good question. Andy, before we start to wrap up, in case you're looking for future gigs, where can people find you in the Andy Assaf 5 for future gigs?
Yeah, well, you can find us on Bandcamp. There's also a new documentary on the Andy Assaf band on Crave.
There's a documentary on you guys?
Chronicles the band. Just look up, I forget what it's called now, but a Canadian director made it. Of course, it's CanCon, baby. Robbie Robertson, or whatever his name is kind of the star of it, but I'm there. My creative force is there for sure. So you can check that out, and of course, Sweet Andy Sour. I'll be posting just my own original sounds, on that page.
Oh, so you've got a solo project burgeoning.
Everyone's got to have a solo project, James.
All right. Well, had I not already apparently paid for this, I would have said, well, let's try again in a week. But the band has been paid for. You have been paid for. So, Andy, I suppose we're going to have you play us out tonight. Mm-hmm. So if you're ready, I will close out the show and throw to you.
So, well, this is where you come in, James. Do you want me to kind of give you another little underscoring while you're promoting the next show, and then we'll kind of go out with the regular theme music?
Yeah, you know what? You can give me an underscore, and I'll just wing it. How about that?
Cool. That sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay, folks, that is our show tonight. I loved it. I hope you loved it. If you were feeling the winter blues, I hope that this has helped you in overcoming the winter blues. If you're still being affected by them, I hope that this has given you a 1 hour and change reprise from any sorrow or sadness that you might be feeling. I, of course, want to thank my pal, Gabe Rondos. I want to thank Joddaugh. Want to thank Andy Assaf, the Andy Assaf Experience, and the Andy Assaf 5 as our new house band. We will see you this Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time if you're coming to us from, of course, the West Coast. Until then, I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night. Goodbye. Farewell. Be well. Andy and the band, take it away.
All right, guys, this is it. This is where we prove ourselves. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8.